Hello everyone, how are you today? And how was your day? Alright, I believe that you are doing well, right? And I am very good too. So, now let's move on to the lesson, alright? And today we are going to continue our lesson that it is talking about what? What's a social media manager, alright? What is a social media manager? So before going to today's lesson, I would like to review some of the lesson that we studied in the previous section. Good, so in the previous section, I asked you guys to do the exercise on page 9, right? To do the exercise on page 9 about the vocabulary. And I saw that you guys did a very great job with your homeroom teacher. So right now, I just want to, to see how much you remember, or I just want to review something about all those words again. So, previous section, we study about the word consumer. We have the word consumer. We have unique, all right? Insult, monitor, right? We have specialized, okay? Respond, analyze, potential, and the word competitors. Last but not least is the word thick face, right? You remember the word thick face, everyone? Yeah, thick face, like your face is very thick, so that when someone or somebody insult you, say something bad or do something bad to you, you are not easy to upset, right? So this is thick face. All right. And how about the word consumer? Consumer is like a person, it's like your customer, right? It's like the customer. Person or people who buy goods or products from the companies. Okay? And the word unique, everyone. Unique is what? It's something that is special, something that have only one of its types, right? Like in the previous section I said, my handwriting is unique. All right? And the word insult, as I mentioned earlier, to say something bad or do something bad to another people, which is rude, which is very rude, right? Good. Monitor. So the word monitor means monitor. You can see the word monitor here too. So the word monitor means to check or to control, the situation. For example, like your teacher monitor your class. Very good. And the word specialize, okay, specialize. So specialize means to focus on something, on one thing. For example, I mentioned earlier, I am a teacher. So I specialize in English, right? Yeah, I specialize in teaching English. Good. And the word respond means to answer. Very good. Analyze means to check, all right? Yeah, to examine, right? Yeah, good. And potential, I mean possible. Potential customer, I mean possible customer that he or she is going to buy your goods. And competitors, I mean your challenger. For example, like Cristiano Ronaldo is the competitor of Messi, right? Good. So I believe that all of this vocabulary are still in your mind, so that we can use this vocabulary to apply to this reading, everyone. And this reading is very important, that we are going to talk about the social media manager. The social media manager. So before starting the reading, I would like to ask you one question, very quick question. Like, everyone, have you ever communicated with a company on social media? Have you ever communicated with a company on social media? Yes or no? Okay, thank you for your response. So, like some may respond yes, some may respond no, because, for example, like me, I used to communicate with the company on social media like Facebook, because I buy their product online. Okay, for example, like I buy some some smartphone, I buy some shoe, because they do the video live. They do the video live, then they try to sell their product. So I saw the price, and then I feel like interested in that products. I call to them, and then we communicate, and then I buy their products, right? So I have, all right, good. So without any further ado, we will go through the reading together, right? So now everyone, please turn your book to page 8 altogether. Page 8, everyone, here. It's page altogether. So page 8, you will see this page. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 paragraphs, and there are 3 questions. There are 3 important questions in this reading. All right. So each paragraph contains 1 answers. I mean, like contain the response to the question, because there are 3 questions. So there are 3 paragraphs to respond to the 3 questions. Good. So now I will give you around 3 minutes. All right, 3 minutes to go through this reading. Okay. Yeah, so you can pause the video, because on this will show you. Then you can pause the video to read all of the question and also all the response from this passage. And then we will go through everything all together, right? So you can pause the video right there. Good. Very good. So right now, after reading this passage, this reading, what do you get from this reading? All right. So the most important thing about this reading is about the questions. Look at the question here. We say, what do social media manager do? So let's go to the question altogether. What do social media managers do? So the answer, it could be a lot, right? So in this reading, there is a manager, and then he describes how or what do he do in his job. Okay, what are the activities that he do in his job? So it could be the first one. He said, a manager does what? Manage online communication. This is a very true information, that as a social media manager, you have to manage the online communication. For example, like as I mentioned earlier, that like I communicate to the company to buy my shoe, my smartphone, right? So when I communicate to them, there must be people to answer, right? Or to communicate with me. So he have to manage the online communication with the customer. Sometimes he has his subordinate, he has his worker or his staff to work for him, but he still have to check it. He has to manage it, that his staff work very well with the customer or not, right? Next one, he has to post. He have to post activities. For example, he have to post like the video or the advertisement, right? On Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter or Instagram, like that. So he have to post activity every day to make his page or to make his social media sites to be very active. Yeah, I believe that there are a lot of consumers or customers are likely to buy the products from the company which is very active on Facebook or on social media. Yeah. Next, he has to analyze data and content. What do it mean, like here? Analyze data and content, everyone. So like to be a social media manager, you have to analyze it. You have to check. You have to examine the data, the percentage of your posting. For example, you post a lot of activity, but the viewer or the customer seem to be very less. Yeah, there are not a lot of amount. There are not a lot of amount of people that are interacting with your social media, okay, or with your company. So you have to analyze the data and also the contents. So make sure that the content that you are producing, that you are creating, are popular, are interesting for your customer, right? Good. And next is like to monitor and respond customer comments. As I mentioned that, like when you post a lot of activity, when you do a lot of things on your social media, you have to check it. You have to watch it, right? All the situation, and mostly with the comments of the customer. The comment of the customer are very important, and you have to respond to them in a polite way, even though they criticize you or else, right? And next, to research the competitors. This is a very, very hit point, I can say, because in order to compete, in order to win your competitors, you have to know your competitor clearly. You have to know, you have to get to know your competitor, so that you have to search, who is my competitor? For example, if I am the owner of Adidas company, I have to search, so who are my competitors? For example, like Nike, okay, so Nike is my number one competitor, for example. Like Puma is my second competitor, for example. So we have to check, we have to research that what are they doing now and what are you doing now, okay? So that you know your enemy, you know your competitors, you will be winning this competition, for example, okay? Good. And let's move to the second question, okay? So the second question is, what are the qualifications? What are the qualifications, right? So as like in the reading, it's also mentioned a lot of things, and I summarize all of this down here. What are the qualifications? So it could be the experiences. Experiences, everyone. Experiences. What kind of experiences that you should have in order to be the social manager? So you see that social manager. So the experience should be with the social, right? With the social media. So you have to have a lot of experience with social media for sure. And next one is work online at any times. So if you want to be a social media manager, ask yourself, are you being able to work online at any time? Because of what? You are a social media. You are on social media. So people will ask you, will call to you, all right? Or will contact to you, or will communicate to you at any time. Yes, at any time. Your company may close at 5 in the evening, for example, but you have to work 24/7, okay? 24 hours per day. You have to work every hour, because you do not know when your customer will ask you the question or will communicate to you. So you have to ask yourself, are you able to work online at any time or not, right? Know your audience. Know your audiences, okay? Know your audiences. So what do you mean by know your audiences? As I mentioned here, so when you know your competitors, you know how to fight them, you know how to compete with them. And the same thing, when you know your audiences, this is very important for you, that what should you create? What should you do with your audience, right? For example, most of your audience are medium or average people. So when you do something like something that show them about it, very cheap products, they might think, oh, so this product is cheap, and I don't want it because the quality might not so good, right? Yeah. So if your audience is rich people, you have to make something luxury. You have to make something fancy for them, right? So you have to know your audience very clear, so that when they have some comments to you, you also have some ideas to feedback, to give them the answer, right? Good. Last but not least is what? To be a thick fast or to be a thick skin. Okay, so you have to be a thick skinned person. As a social media, this is very important. If you are a person who is a bad temper, has a bad temper, you are easy to get upset, you are easy to get angry, you will not be able to walk or to stand on this field. Yes, because on social media, there are a lot of competitors. It is so competitive for everyone, right? So everyone can see you, everyone can copy your style, everyone can compete with you, everyone can fight you, everyone can do a lot of things. So you have to be a thick-skinned person, right? Well, and how about number 3? So question number 3 here, everyone. Is it hard to get a job as a social media manager? Is that difficult to get a job as a social media manager? The question, I might say yes. Yes, it is a little bit hard. Because of what? Because, there are a lot of qualifications. There are a lot of requirements. And what you have to do is, you have to be what? Passionate. Passionate in that field. You have to be passionate in social media. You have to love it. Actually, you have to love it because you want it, or you want to be a social media manager. So you have to love that field. Yeah. And you have to be very active. You have to create a blog, for example, like you create a blog. So you write down a lot of things, all right, to make a lot of activity. Yeah. So that when you get into the interviewer might see your CV, they might see your experiences, they might see your hobby, your habits, what have you done, all right? So all of these activities are very, very important for your future career, okay? Be polite. So when when you create the blog, when you do something on the social media, you have to be polite. So your employer will check on your social media. What have you done so far, right? What did you do? Okay? Did you use a lot of bad words on social media? Or what kind of activity that you posted on social media? So they will see all of the things to analyze you. Okay? And the last one is start doing that now. Okay? Do not wait. Do not wait until I will create a blog tomorrow. Okay? Or I will be active tomorrow or the following days. All right? So this is very important that you have to start now. Start writing your blog now. Start active now. Start to be polite now. Okay? Start to love your career or your field right now. So all of these things are very important for your future career. Believe me. Yeah. If you do not love what you want, you're not going to have it. Yeah. You got it, right? Good. So we have been talking about all of these questions so far, and all of these questions actually describe this lesson. Yes, this lesson. So if you get the answer, the question and the answer right here, it means you get the lesson. This is easy like that, right? Good. So right now, everyone, actually we have some question right here, but I think you will do that with your homeroom teacher, right? So you have to take your book and turn your book to page 9 again, and then you do this exercise. Exercise number 4, okay? Exercise number 4 here. We say choose the correct answer. So all of these are the question, okay? Are the question and the answer, the multiple choices that you can choose. So we have 5 questions. And each question contains 4 multiple choices for you, right? And one of those will be the best answer. So I hope that you understand and you get all the lesson today, and you can do this exercise. And any problem, any question, feel free to ask your homeroom teacher, or if you want, you can ask me too, right? Good. So I believe that my section has come to the end, and thank you for your time watching the video. And if there is something that you do not understand, or there is some point that you are not so clear, you can repeat or you can replay the video. All right, you can replay the video and listen to my explanation again, maybe again and again, right? So that I believe that you will master this lesson. All right, so thank you very much everyone for today, and I wish you the best of luck. Thank you.